Think and Grow Rich. Chapter 3 talks about the third step to richness, faith. According to the author, faith is the most powerful of all positive emotions. Faith removes limitations. So, what is faith? According to the author, faith is the head chemist of the mind. When faith is blended with vibration of thoughts, the subconscious mind instantly picks up the vibration, translate it into its spiritual equivalent, and transmit it to infinite intelligence. I'll give this statement with an example. If the circle is our mind, it consists of two parts, or other words, the mind consists of two parts. The one is our subconscious mind, the other is our conscious mind. And the faith, as the author says, that it is the head chemist of the mind. It is the part of the subconscious mind. On a whole, the faith is a physic, or it is part of the mind. So if you see this example, our thoughts are vibrations. If you have not seen my last video of chapter 1 and 2, I will give the descriptions over here. You can have a look. So thoughts are vibrations. And when it is mixed with faith, it will be directly connected with the subconscious mind. And the author states that when faith is blended with the vibration of thought, the subconscious mind instantly picks up the vibration, translate it into its spiritual equivalent, and transmit it to infinite intelligence. So the subconscious mind where the infinite intelligence were there, and our conscious mind, we have the finite intelligence. And the second part of this is the translate whatever we have in our subconscious mind, the faith, that translate it into its spiritual equivalent and transmit it to infinite intelligence. In other words, the things, the faith we have, that will be translated to the conscious mind for us to take action. So faith is a state of mind. So how to develop faith? That's a good part of this book. This book doesn't talk about what to do, but it's also talk how to do it. So according to the author, the faith can be developed with only one possible way, and that is auto-suggestion. Faith is a state of mind which may be induced or created by affirmation or repeated instructions to the subconscious mind through the principle of auto-suggestions. And whatever we affirm or whatever we say as auto-suggestions, over a period of time it will change into our faith, and that will go into our subconscious mind. Then from the subconscious mind it will go to our conscious mind, and where it will lead us to take the right action based on our thoughts and faith. You may convince the subconscious mind that you believe you will receive that for which you ask, and it will act upon that belief which your subconscious mind possesses back to you in the form of faith. Repetition of affirmation of orders to your subconscious mind is the only known method of voluntary development of the emotion of faith. This is very important point the author makes, that there is only one known method of developing our faith, and that is through auto-suggestion. And he gives an example. When a man first come into contact with crime, they abhor it. If they remain with contact with crime for a time, they become accustomed to it and endure. If they remain in contact with it long enough, they finally embrace it and become influenced by it. And this is equivalent of saying that any impulse of thought which is repeatedly passed on to the subconscious mind is finally accepted and acted upon by the subconscious mind, which proceeds to translate the impulse into its physical equivalent by the most practical procedure available. Example, if we have a thought and through the auto suggestions, if we repeatedly pass that into our subconscious mind, it will go and register on our subconscious mind. And from the subconscious mind, it goes to the conscious mind. And from the conscious mind, it pushes to take action. Think about this. There are certain things if we want to do but we were not able to do. The very reason we were not able to do that is of lack of faith. On the other hand, the things what you do, wherever you have faith, you will be doing that. That's what sometimes the what we talk will be different or entirely different from our actions. Because deep inside, if we do not have the faith and if it is not registered on our subconscious mind, we do not take actions. We only take actions for what we have fully faith in that. The emotion or the feeling portion of the thoughts are the factor which gives thoughts vitality, life, and action. This is another important point to add to that. The faith or the thoughts need to have emotions and feelings. I'll give an example. The Wright brothers were trying to invent this aircraft where it lift a man like a bird. At the same time, there were also another set of highly funded team with all the money required, with all the resources required, were working to invent a flight. But the people who have all the resources, all the money, and all the knowledge were not able to do because of two reasons. One, they do not have that emotion or the feelings what the Wright brothers had. That's what, if you also see many superstars, sports superstars, or other high personalities, kids do not excel in their life more because of this very same reason. They will have everything except this emotions and feelings attached to their thoughts. So that will not get, if it is not there, it will not get in turn change into your faith. And the emotion of faith, when mixed with any thoughts impulse, give its greater action than any of these emotions can do slightly. So this is also true for a positive as well as a negative thought. Your belief or faith is the element which determines the action of your subconscious mind. There is nothing to hinder you from deceiving your subconscious mind when giving its instruction through autosuggestion. Deceit more realistically, conduct yourself just as you would if you were already in possession of the material things which you are demanding when you call upon your subconscious mind. This is by doing auto suggestion and embedding the things what we want in our subconscious mind is kind of a deceiving things, but in a good way. And also the author says that when we do that, we need to do it already we have possessed the material. Example, if you want to be a CEO of a company or you want to create a company and run a company, then in your mind you need to repeatedly think of that you are already become the CEO or the owner of this company. That gives more emotions to your thoughts, in turn that will turn into your faith, and that will be embedded as a strongly in your subconscious mind, and then it will be get moved to your conscious mind, and the conscious mind will pull or push you to take actions. And the author gives some of very good statements about faith. Faith is the starting point of all accumulation of wealth. Faith is the basis of all miracles and all mysteries which cannot be analyzed by the rule of science. Faith is the only known antidote for failure. Faith is the element, the chemical, which, when mixed with prayer, gives one direct communications with infinite intelligence. Faith is the element which transforms the ordinary vibration of thoughts created by the finite mind of mind into spiritual equivalent. Faith is the only agency through which the cosmic force of infinite intelligence can be harnessed and used by man. Every man is what he is because of the dominating thoughts which he permits to occupy his mind. Thoughts which a man deliberately places in his own mind and encourage with sympathy, and with which he mixes any one or more of the emotion, faith, love, constitute the motivating force which directs and controls his every movement, act, and deeds. And the author gives 5 self-confidence formula. Number 1, know that I have the ability to achieve the objectives of my definite purpose of my life. Therefore, I demand of myself persistent, continuous action towards its attainment, and I here and now promise to render such action. Number 2, I realize the dominating thoughts of my mind will eventually reproduce themselves into outward physical action and gradually transform them into physical reality. Therefore, I will concentrate my thoughts for 30 minutes daily upon the task of thinking of the person I intended to become, thereby creating in my mind a clear mental picture of that person. Number 3, I know through the principle of autosuggestion, any desire that I persistently hold in my mind will eventually seek expression through some practical means of attaining the object back of it. Therefore, I will devote 10 minutes daily to demanding of myself the development of self-confidence. Point number 4. I have clearly written down a description of my definite chief aim in my life, and I will never stop trying until I shall have developed sufficient self-confidence for attaining it. Lastly, I finally realized that no wealth or position can long endure unless built upon truth and justice. Therefore, I will engage in no transaction which does not benefit all whom it affects. I will succeed by attracting to myself the force I wish to use and the cooperation of other people. I will induce others to serve me because of my willingness to serve others. I will eliminate hatred, envy, jealous, selfishness, and cynicism by developing love for all humanity. Because I know that a negative attitude towards others can never bring me success. I will cause others to believe in me because I will believe in them and in myself. I will sign my name to this formula, commit it to memory, and repeat it aloud once a day with full faith that it will gradually influence my thoughts and action so that I will become a self-reliant and successful person. And finally, this chapter the author closed with Charles Schwab's personal true story, how he formed the US Steel Company only by his faith, his desire, his imaginations, and his persistence. If you can, there are many available resources in YouTube and in the net. Read about Charles Schwab, how he formed the US Steel Company. Desire can be transmuted into its physical equivalent. Thank you for watching. The next chapter will be auto suggestion, and this is the video link where you can watch. If you like this video, give a thumbs up, and if you love this video, consider subscribing. Thank you.